Hello, I am no one. This is the news as I see it. I am what no one thinks. Life sucks. People aren't great. I'm going to use my platform to say a few words about the things that I really don't like in the world. You know, things like jaywalking. Now, I understand you're going to cross the street. It makes sense. But you know, I live here in New York. New York, there's city buses and trains and people and homeless people, everything coming at you all the time, fast, quick, all the time. And what's the one thing you shouldn't do? Step out into traffic. Now, we have here what are called crosswalks. Crosswalks are where people walk and cross to get across the street. Crosswalk, it makes sense. Common sense says you should wait for the little blinky man on the other side of the street to say, walk. But, you know, people don't like to listen and they will cross whenever they want, especially when it says don't cross, or you get a little red person on the side that pretty much says stop. So, you know, people like to step out and walk. Now, in my opinion, I jaywalk. We all jaywalk. It makes sense. You're going to cross the street sometimes. But what you don't want to do is step out in front of a car that is 2,000 pounds coming straight at you. You could die. Simple as that. People don't look, people don't see, people aren't expecting a full-grown man or woman or child to step out in front of them. It's just the way it is. Now, when you step out, if you're going to do it, at least walk in a straight line. Now, if you step out onto the curb and decide to cross, and there's cars coming, you should run first and maybe go into a straight line. Because if you go at a diagonal and you're slowing down traffic. Now, if you're slowing down traffic, in my eyes, you're saying that I am more important than everybody else. Now, I am a selfish person as well as anyone else, but I don't think that I'm better than everyone. That's why I wait. Now, the proper punishment for this crime, I really don't know. You know, because it's like people are doing stupid things and there's somebody has to step up and do. Oh, well, that doesn't, all right. That punishment really doesn't fit the crime there. Okay, well, guys, just be careful out there and just try not to get hit and killed. Okay.
I love the feeling of my own breathing, not short. For every numbing hour, numbing close to feeling.
Okay, so what do we have coming up here this evening? Tonight, I have a movie review, but a movie that I really liked over the long summer break we have here. We also have our head correspondent, Elena, out in the field asking tough questions about the upcoming election. Got to stick around for that. Probably one of the best stories of the year. We also have a new segment called Cringe, where no one in particular is going to go over some of his old music. But before we get started, we have to go out to the field. We have Glizzy out there. He's going to tell us a little bit about the sports and weather. All right, let's see if we can get him out here. Okay. Glizzy, you out there?
What?
What? Glizzy, wait. No. Listen, man, we got to get the sports or something.
Why are you talking to me? At all?
Glizzy, you got maybe weather or sports, anything to tell us, bud?
Stop! I mean it!
Okay, well, that was, I guess that was Glizzy with some sports and some weather. Okay, folks, well, I know we're all feeling, you know, the heartache here of this long summer break. And I know we're all missing our friends and we have all these things we'd like to do. But there was a group of people that decided to take their love of films and, you know, their love of horror movies, and they decided to make a film. This is Host.
Hey. Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
Tina.
Caroline. Hi, Teddy.
Let's do a shot, guys, to us.
Hey, everyone, get in. 3, 2, 1. Have you ever done anything like this before?
I've never done this over Zoom. Obviously, we're not physically together, but there's no reason why Spirit can't communicate over the internet.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Visualize us sitting in a circle. Spirit, we invite you to use us to pass on any communication. Is there anyone there? Please come forth.
What was that? Amy, was that you?
I heard it. I heard something.
I think there's something here. Do you see that? Oh,
Emma, how funny.
There's something. Yeah, we've connected with something. We gotta keep going. We gotta talk to it.
This is not good. I told you not to disrespect the spirits. It could be something demonic.
Haley, this is all your fault! Not my fault! This is your fault!
Emma, turn the filters off. Come on.
Rob Savage, writer and director of the film, as well as Jimmer Hurley, also writer, decided to try to sell this idea to Shudder with one simple sentence: Zoom call, seance, trust us. This movie is a mix of Unfriended, Paranormal Activity, and a little bit of Blair Witch, but only in style. This movie has a whole soul of its own. So Host is about 56 minutes long, a quick 56 minutes. About the length of a free Zoom call, which is kind of the point. And let me tell you, after a second watch, I am so surprised they got everything in 56 minutes. So Rob Savage and his friends created this movie with the help of a house full of special effects guys who also are out of work on this summer break. So the whole movie started with a Zoom call that Rob did with some of his friends after he was complaining about noises he was hearing in the attic, and he was joking, saying someone was living up there. So he went up and checked before anything happened, but when he got his friends on the Zoom call, he decided to play a little prank and played the last 5 or 6 minutes of a movie called Wreck, which is a Spanish film about something that goes horribly wrong and end up in a quarantine. So to pull off what they needed to do, they needed some great special effects and some great stuntmen. Luckily for them, they had a guy named Edward Leonard who plays Teddy in the film. The big stunt came at the end where they lit him on fire, really lit him on fire, on his arm, and it slowly creeps up his arm and onto his face, where it burns for what seems like an eternity once you realize that he's actually on fire. I have to say, I don't want to give anything away of the film. You have to watch it. I give it a 4 out of 5. It's an absolute blast. Great fun for friends. It's a good one to watch together. It's also a good one to watch on your laptop with the earphones in. Amazing. So speaking of scary, we do have our head correspondent Elena out in the field tonight. We're going to get to her. But first I want to cut back to Glizzy. They said that he's ready to go. So let's cut back to Glizzy and see what he has to say about our sports and weather.
I'm scared.
Whoa. Glizzy.
I'm really scared.
Okay, well, that was Glizzy. Well, I hope, okay. Well, oh boy. All right, well, let's go over to our election report with our head correspondent Aleda here in the field. She's been out in the streets asking some pretty tough questions. You know, she's been researching the election funding and how these politicians are going out there and, you know, trying to earn some money right now and what they're spending it on, you know, because right now, you know, spending is a huge deal. We want to make sure that all of the money that's being donated is going to the right place and the right people. So, you know, Elena's out there asking the hard questions. She told me today that she's just got a great story. So we're just going to go right to her. Elena, how you doing tonight? Everything okay out in the field? So you've been telling me that you found some really good information about some of the funding. So if you could tell me what's the most important things that's going on out there with the spending? What are they spending their money on?
French fries and tacos and mac and cheese.
Well, that's not quite what I thought you were telling me earlier today. Thought it was going to be a little bit more hard-hitting. So, well, after speaking with the American citizens that are picketing the parties and they're spending, what do they think that they should be spending their money on?
Brownies and cookies.
Okay, well, I was hoping for a little bit more information about the election and what kind of money people are spending it on, and we got Glizzy out there doing God knows what he's doing, and it's like I don't know. So I don't know, Elena. I guess who do you think likes cheeseburgers and why?
Biden, because I don't like Trump.
That's great. That's great. Okay, well, that's Elena, our head election correspondent for the night. At least for now. Let's talk about one of the more popular subjects on the internet right now, which is cringe. All these kids are talking about cringe and cringy and what's cringe. So, I'll be going out in the field myself tonight and trying to figure out what it is to feel a little bit of cringe. All right, everyone. So, this is my girlfriend Tammy. We are in her bedroom in her house. I know, camera, bedroom, haha, funny. Okay, so today what we're doing is it's kind of a cringe moment. So part of the segment here is she's gonna play a CD that I had made, I don't know, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, a while ago. And it's gonna be embarrassing. So we're gonna listen to it, and then she's gonna ask me one question. It's so bad. Okay, here, make sure you ask your question in there.
So my question is, who has influenced your life, not musically, and why?
I mean, honestly, first person that came to my mind, which is really strange, honestly, it was a guy named David McGalliard, who was a teacher of mine. He did the CEP program in my school in middle school, and it was for the intelligent children, and yeah. Anyway, but he did teach the CEP class, which was the cultural enrichment program, is what it stood for, and so it was for kids that tested high in things, and so his class he did a lot of like experiments and different types of teaching than maybe the normal classroom, and allowed us to think on our feet a little bit differently and try different things and hands-on, where you know, most kids didn't get that experience, especially in Indiana, where I'm from. You know, so honestly, he really was a huge influence on my life, just because it made me think outside of the box. And honestly, the biggest thing that he did for me is when we were in school one day, he talked about the Vietnam War, and he was actually a soldier. And so he told us, and listen, we were 10 and 12 years old, and he told us real accounts of what happened to him and how the first time he had to kill a guy. And it was, but it was also real. And it was the first time any teacher had given us any sort of real information. And it stuck with me forever. That story especially. And it really, at that moment, like, it changed me into a person that I knew I wasn't for war. I didn't agree with war. I didn't want to be a part of war. But I also understood that it's a necessary thing sometimes. And even when you're a soldier or anyone, sometimes you have to do what you have to do, no matter what, you know. And it's like he was a brave teacher to want to do those things for his students, and he cared and loved each one of us, and it's like that meant a lot. And so it's like he really did. So it's strangely enough, that's just not what I thought was gonna be asked or where I was gonna go. So that's cool. That's why. That's right. That's cool. But so yeah. So that was it. And that way we don't have to talk about the song. Well, here you can ask me another question. No, that's not the segment. We said one question. Okay, everybody. I guess that's going to wrap up our show for the night and maybe forever. Oh, well, I hope I can see you back next time. Oh, wait, hold on. All right, well, I guess Glizzy's ready. So, cut back to Glizzy.
I'm not ready. It's pretty cold outside.
Yes, right, I saw no cap, no furious feelers.
And that's our show!
I don't even like the news.